Before I was diagnosed, life was pretty good. I was pregnant with my second child. I'm an older mom, so I had a 3-plus-year-old boy and a soon-to-be girl, I was told, so I was pretty excited. I started suspecting something was wrong because a few months after I had my daughter, I had headaches while I was pregnant, but the headaches turned into migraines, and even after I had her, a few months after I had her, the migraines just got worse and worse and worse, and I knew there had to be something wrong. When I went to the doctor, I went to my general doctor, and she started me on some migraine medications, and they didn't really work that well, so she referred me to a neurologist. He made an appointment for a CAT scan because he wanted to make sure there wasn't anything going on in my head. The CAT scan showed that I had 2 tumors in my head, in the temporal lobe, which is up here. One was smaller by my left orbit, the other was larger. Pretty big actually, so they decided they wanted to do surgery and get the bigger one out. The news affected my family in a lot of ways, but mostly we were all pretty scared. Nobody in our family has ever had anything going on with anything close to a brain tumor. And I had 2 of them. One's going to be taken out, and I was afraid for my children because I'm an older mom, single mom with 2 little kids. I don't know who would be taking care of them. I'm sure somebody in the family would, but I didn't want anybody to have to do that. I had elderly parents, and everybody was very kind, but everybody was afraid for me, and no, I was really afraid. I didn't know who would take care of I was more worried about who was taking care of my kids than if I was going to die. Before surgery, I was nervous. I was trying to be positive so that people wouldn't worry about me. I didn't want anybody to worry about me. But once I was wheeled away from them, I really was very, very, very afraid. I felt totally hopeless and helpless. When I woke up, I was pretty groggy. I remember a lot of people being really nice, obviously, and giving me a hug or kissing me on the forehead, a lot more than any other surgery I've ever had. And it's weird because I've had a lot of surgeries, but I've never seen everybody be so super, super nice to me. I thought this was kind of weird, you know? And I thought, oh, what's going on? You know, I thought, oh, good, I made it through surgery, you know. Something just didn't hit right. I don't know why. The next day, the neurosurgeon came in. I was feeling more wide awake, and he told me that the tumor he took out was malignant, that I had 3 months to live, and then he left, just like that. And I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe it. I looked around for a phone. I called the nurse. I started crying. She was nice. She held on to me for a while. She gave me a hug. She went and got my twin sister for me, who works in X-ray there. And my sister came up, talked to me, and told me that they all found out about it the day before after the surgery. So I guess everybody else knew about it but me. The few days that I thought I was going to die in 3 months were very stressful. I did talk to my sisters and my mom about what to do with my children. Also, at the same time, I was in a lot of pain. I had to go back to the ER because my head hurt so bad. It was really a very, very, very hard thing to do, thinking about what to do with your children. I had already gone through the thing in my head. I wasn't afraid to die. So that was okay. I just was worried about my children. I was not worried about myself. I was worried about my children. I finally found out from the neurosurgeon that the second lab report came back, and luckily it was not malignant, it was benign. So thank God I wasn't going to die. My children are going to be with me. It was glorious. I was so glad. I don't even know how to explain it. There was a lot of joy. I hugged my kids first thing, you know. I got to have them forever now. So it was, I can't even explain it. It's like having your kids and having them born all over again. It was wonderful. My life after surgery was so much better. I did not have any migraines anymore. They had put a plate in my head because the tumor had eaten a hole in my skull. So they put a round plate in my head, but I noticed a couple months after surgery that the plate actually sunk in. I could feel the indentation, and about a month after that, I had my first epilepsy seizure. My life has changed a lot since I was diagnosed with epilepsy. They have gone through many different types of medications in the last 21 years, but now things are really, really working out. It took a lot of different types of medications to figure out why I have 3 different types of seizures, but now everything is great. If I had to look back and people ask me would I do it again or would I want to have this happen again, of course you wouldn't want to have a seizure again or wouldn't want to have brain surgery again, but if it were to happen, to be honest with you, it has made me a much stronger person, especially being a single mom. I am glad it happened. It made me a better mom. It made me a better person, and it has given me actually a stronger life.